This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Brad Summers from the Boys and Girls Club. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
I always say you're the place if you want to hear joyous laughter and noise. You don't even have to even go inside.
No, you can actually, well, we do have the doors closed a little bit more often than we normally have in the past, but we've still got quite a few kids showing up. Numbers are down a little bit, but they're steadily increasing as we're continuing our services. We opened on September 8th of the school year. We're still providing computer literacy classes, really putting a big emphasis on our online tutoring and our tutoring program in general on site. We have a lot more need for that right now because of the school schedule.
Certainly.
So a lot of kids need more help right now with their schoolwork, and we're trying to step up to help with that. And of course, just provide basic recreational opportunities for these young people has been something that we've noticed has been, very much needed as well. Better than sitting at the house playing video games.
Right.
Coming in and actually, exercising some of their muscles and running around and playing, of course, in a safe environment with masks on and everything else. But we're open.
Okay. And one thing we just want to mention, like every nonprofit organization in the entire world, COVID has changed everything. You had your signature event is where you make most of the money that your club runs on through a year, and you weren't able to hold that this year, so you've decided to kind of consolidate and focus all your attention on the capital campaign.
Exactly. So the signature event, not having that was a big blow to our operational funds this year. But we've been extraordinarily lucky with the support that we've received through the community, through United Way, through service clubs, through Community Foundation, a lot of different grant opportunities that have allowed us to do more and to continue our services, especially our food program.
Yes.
Normally we serve in between 13,000 and 14,000 free meals to area youth. This year we're actually on pace to surpass that, serving almost a record 18,000.
Amazing.
It's heartwarming when the community joins together and supports a cause and sees a real need in our community, and when we're able to facilitate food bags and activity kits and do some really wonderful things for kids in their time of need, and still provide those essential services, is incredible. We can't do that without the community. So it's very heartwarming to know that so many people are watching what we're doing and supporting our cause.
And you had to think outside of the box when it came to serving the kids, especially when you were closed, but you were still out there, still providing services, still making sure that any families that had a need, you were trying to meet that need. And congratulations to you and your staff, because you run with a lean, mean staff, so in order to be able to fulfill that was pretty important.
Yeah, it's about 6 of us that were putting together 400 to 500 meals every single week. So it's a testament to the hard work of the staff at the Boys and Girls Club, and being able to be part of that, something bigger than themselves, and provide something important to our kids and to their families.
And back to the capital campaign again, I've had the opportunity to come to the Boys and Girls Club. It's amazing to me. Like I said, your staff, you have a lean, mean staff, and the building, the size of the building, what you're able to get done there, the kids you're able to serve, the meals you're able to serve, and the programming that comes out of that building is phenomenal. I encourage anyone in the community to, call, make an appointment, stop by, check it out, and you'll know why we need to have this new facility.
Well, thank you for saying that, because that's the biggest need that we have is the opportunity for more program space. Right now, because of the increases that we've had over the past several years, we're outgrowing the facility that we have. And the location that we're located is a wonderful place. I mean, it's right on the river. It's very nice, but we're landlocked. So the only way we can go is up, and those things are very costly.
Yes.
And when the 801 West Miller Street location, formerly known as East Campus in Alpena Catholic Central, when that presented itself, that gave us an opportunity to grow from 8,000 feet to 21,000 feet. It's a wonderful building that was taken care of very well by the Word of Life Church. that we purchased back in November of last year. This is a building that we're very, very excited that we're going to be able to grow, not only for attendance, but through our collaborations in the community and through attendance. So being able to provide more kids with resources and opportunities is what we're all about. And this building is going to allow us to do just that.
And just speaking with our two guests that'll be next, Cindy and Caitlin, we talked about, you know, a fundraiser for them, and your Teachable Kitchen would be right up their alley.
Well, right now we basically serve, we prepare about 14,000 meals, literally in a closet in our art room. It's, you know, it's all stainless steel.
It is very small. I've seen it.
It's very small. It's got a, you know, refrigerator. It's got the, you know, stove and all the stainless steel appliances and things like that, and the prep table and everything. I mean, it's
and a slight slope to the floor.
Yeah, we've got a 6-inch difference from one side of the floor to one side of the building to another, but. You know, the Teachable Kitchen is something that we've had individuals, local chefs, we've had Jess Krawcheck from Pampered Chef, we've had individuals approach us saying they want to do more with our kids, but unfortunately we just don't have the space at our current building. So, you know, this will give us the opportunity to expand those collaborations, those partnerships, you know, and just be able to do more with these kids. Culinary arts is extremely, extremely important. You know, the hospitality industry is growing exponentially in our world, in our nation, and giving kids those kinds of skills to go forward and understand, you know, that these are viable options for careers, and given those opportunities, that might be something that they want to explore. So, you know, if we get the light bulb to turn on or have that aha moment with a young person, we're doing our job, and that's what it's all about.
And if someone doesn't get a call from some board member or someone on the capital campaign, feel free, step up and offer a donation.
Well, as we continue to roll everything out, we will be presenting a lot more to the community. There will be a lot more marketing. There will be a lot more discussions, you know, with a lot of different people. But Alpena, the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena, has been in operation for 94 years because of this community.
Right.
We are 100% community-based, which means that we don't exist without the support of the people that live here. Thankfully, we're not in the game to run capital campaigns on a bi-yearly or a yearly basis. This is something that we see the possibility for the future of our young people, and we want to make sure that we go forward and we present this and we give these kids these opportunities. And that's why this is such a very near and dear project to myself and to the board, and why we're all, as an organization, putting so much effort into making sure that this is successful, because you know, we see a positive future, and with the support of this community, we believe that we're going to get to our goal and be able to teach kids the way they're teaching now, and to teach them the way they would need to in the future.
And instead of waiting for that call, just stop by and donate $10, because that takes care of one youth for the entire school year.
Yes.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Nancy.
I'll be right back with some information on Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last two guests are both from Huron Humane Society. I have Caitlin Tree and Cindy Johnson. Hi and welcome.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. And Cindy, today's the last day of your Bissell event.
Yes, we have. This is the last day of our Bissell event, so adoptions are $25 per animal, and we have 25% off in retails as well. So it's a good time to stop out.
It is, and holiday season's coming up, and the items in retails are unique items.
Yes, and it's an arm of our fundraiser, so everything that we sell in retails goes to the society.
Okay, and so with that really good price to adopt, you have lots of things to adopt, right? Lots of animals.
Oh yes, we have about 43 cats right now. We're looking at getting in a couple more right now too. So we'll have about 50 cats and kittens total to adopt out. So there'll be plenty of cats and kittens looking for homes. We don't have any dogs right now for the Bissell event, but that can always change.
Okay. And Cindy, you have puppies.
We have puppies. We have 7 puppies.
Oh.
And Caitlin can talk about the puppies.
Okay.
Those are Black Lab, Rottweiler, Beagle mixes. They're super cute. With 7 of them, it's kind of overwhelming when they're all around you, but it's awesome. I wouldn't want it any other way. If you need a quick stress reliever, it's awesome to just have them around you, get some puppy love. And if anyone is interested, there is one left. It's a female. So they can call the shelter or put in an application online, and that's the best way to get a hold of us regarding the puppies.
And Cindy, how are you doing with volunteers and things now? Are people allowed to come in? What's the rules now?
People are allowed to come in, but we still have to limit the number of people in the building to 10, per the order. So we kind of like volunteers, and we appreciate volunteers, but we kind of like to know when they're coming.
Okay.
So that we know how many people we have in the building, so that between the customers and employees and volunteers, we stay within our limit.
So if someone wants to bring their little grandchild out to play with puppies, call ahead of time,
Yes.
arrange a time, and it'll be perfect acceptable.
Perfect, yes.
Yay!
The puppies love kids too.
Oh, I bet, I bet it. Well, there's nothing more fun than a puppy in this whole world. You know, that little puppy breath in your face,
God,
and
yeah,
they're
it's
so
the
adorable.
best.
So what else can we as a community do to help Huron Humane Society?
Well, COVID has, of course, really hampered fundraising abilities and groups. So, we have to think of ways to keep our doors open outside of group activities. So our pop can drive continues. We'll
Okay.
continue to do that. It's been really, really helpful. People can always donate online, mail in a donation. They can drop off. We can always use, and I'll go through the list quickly, wet cat food, paper towels, laundry soap, dryer sheets, bleach, disinfectant wipes, those sorts of things. We always need them, and it helps us. It helps us so that we can spend our money on the animals, because this year we've taken already over 500 animals through the shelter, and
Amazing.
we've got months to go. And each one of those animals costs a lot of money. So we need the money to keep coming in so we can keep taking care of the animals.
Okay. All right. And now, Caitlin, so the cats, are they all at the shelter, or do you foster them out?
We do have, I believe, 4 in foster homes right now. There are kittens that came in without a mom, so
Okay.
we rely on our fosters in those situations. They're in an awesome foster home right now, and we can't thank our fosters enough for that. But regarding every other cat and kitten, they are in the shelter. The kittens are in what we call Piper's Playroom, and it's,
Okay.
oh my gosh, it's amazing. If you go in there, the kittens are all over the place. They're bouncing off the walls, and it's just awesome too. If someone wants to bring their grandchild or friends to come hang out with the kittens, they love the attention. So.
Well, I had a text from a friend. I guess she went to drop off some food for you folks, and she ended up going home with a kitten.
Okay, thank you.
I know, and
Thank you.
she's never had a cat or a kitten. It's not something she ever wanted, but she ended up going home with a kitten. So, I mean, I adopted one and can't to come back and get it, but yeah, she said she can get it in, I think, a week or something, and 2
'cause
weeks.
probably not old enough, and people can always pre-adopt any animal if they're not old enough to go home. And right now, currently, we have two nursing moms that have batches of kittens they're nursing. One is there less than a week, and the
Yeah.
other ones are what, about 2?
2 to 3.
About 2 to 3. So if you see anyone in those batches, and they're so cute, that you want to adopt, you can pre-adopt, and then when they're ready to go home, they're yours.
Well, you know, the thing is, if people spayed and neutered their pets, we wouldn't have this problem. You know, when you think, I'm so thankful there's organizations like yours that are taking these kittens, and they're not going to leave until they're spayed or neutered. I mean, so that's the good part of it, that they're going to be well taken care of, and it's not going to add to the cat population again.
And we have currently right now a couple of special needs too. We have Mapo, and if people wonder where we come up with our names, we always have
A theme.
themed months. And this month is actually September is actually cereal or breakfast month.
Okay.
And next month will be Harry Potter month. So,
Oh, okay.
so that's coming.
Well, my daughter's dog is named Harriet Potter, so she would fit right in.
That's funny. But we do have especially one Mapo. He's special needs. He came in the other day. He's missing half of his tail. It's really infected. He's missing his front teeth. He has a really bad ear infection. He's full of fleas.
Spay and neuter your pets, folks.
But he's kind of a hot mess right now. But those cases cost us more money.
Oh,
but
yes.
we still take them on. We still take them on. He deserves the very best, and he's a really good cat. So, you know, those kind of cases we really need help on. So if you go to our Facebook page, we actually have a
Okay.
fundraiser up right now for
Okay.
him. Even if it's $5 or $1, it all helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so just kind of, if you're interested in animals, call ahead, make an appointment to come, go on your Facebook page. Today's the last day of the Bissell event. If you're serious about adopting, today would be a good day because of reduced prices. Come on out and play with kittens, have fun, and play with puppies, and anything else?
Oh gosh.
Retails, what are the hours for retails?
Retail's hours run the same as the shelter hours, so
Okay.
it's 11 to 5:30 daily. So,
Okay.
And we have a lot of really cute stuff right now,
And you're open how many days a week?
from Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday,
to
okay.
the public, yeah.
All right. And so drop off supplies, drop off things, I'll make a call, come out, bring those pop cans, do whatever you can do to help.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. And thank you folks so much for taking such wonderful care of the animals in our community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Amanda Sumricks, director of the SIP grant at ACC,
Yes.
and Lisa Blumenthal, administrative assistant under the SIP grant, Workforce Development. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So, thank you for coming. You folks have been interested and engaged in a really important topic at the college, I think, and it's tied to the SIP grant. Amanda, could you give the viewers just a little context about what the SIP grant is, and then we'll get into that activity.
Sure. So the SIP grant stands for the Strengthening Institutions Program grant. We were actually funded exactly a year ago from the Department of Ed, and it's a grant that's $2.25 million, and it lasts for 5 years. So we have about 4 years left, and the grant's focus is really to strengthen the institution as a whole. Some of the recent improvements have been purchasing patient simulators for our nursing program, and then also an anatomage table for the nursing program.
Very exciting stuff there.
Yes, and huge implementations that the students are going to be able to use this semester and already have started to use. But there's also some other tracks that the grant focuses on, including the student services and the foundation.
Yes, so let's talk about the student services. You know, we're all engaged in student success at the college, and each have our own role in that, and you know that's the most important goal. Many of our students have non-cognitive challenges, especially during this pandemic period. And explain what you two have been kind of focused on and why it's pertinent.
Sure. So a big part of the SIP grant, like you were saying, is focusing on the non-cognitive or the non-academic challenges that students face. And so in order to understand what our students are going through, we wanted to really hear from them and hear what supports they need and what they would like to see the college provide to them. So Lisa was really instrumental in providing a survey and an outlet for these students to let us know what they needed.
What'd you find, Lisa?
We asked them questions. We asked them to rate their overall mental health. We asked them to say how they were doing since the pandemic, what they were struggling with, and the response was quite startling, where they were with their mental health and how it had impacted them. And so it led us to think that we really need to step up and start helping them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many responses did you get, roughly?
We had 284 students respond.
Wow.
And we asked the students from SCOTA to participate as well. So we had a good representation.
That is a good representation.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, the students said, everything's fine, I'm not stressed, I don't need any help.
No, we actually had, it was 33% of students said that they were struggling, that they would rate their mental health as poor or very poor, which is significant.
Mm-hmm.
It is significant. That's a challenging area for community colleges generally to provide support in. So but absolutely essential. So I'm delighted that you folks did that. So what's next?
Well, since we got the response from the survey, one of the last questions asked them, you know, what they'd like to see us provide. And it was about 60% of the students requested a mental health counselor on campus. So we'd really like to look into that route and see how we can provide a mental health counselor on campus, and that would be funded by the SIP grant, so it would be free to students. So they could go in there. A lot of our responses were students, we gave them an option to kind of write in their response and give us a little more detail on how they're feeling. And a lot of them just said that they would like someone to talk to and like to know how to deal with some of these stress and learn some coping tools. So we'd like to help them, but we'd also like to have the counselor on campus for those more serious mental health concerns as well. And it is, in community colleges, it's a bit rarer to see a mental health center on campus. It's pretty common to see it on universities and four-year colleges, but there's no reason that we can't think like them and provide that to our students as well. So I think that's important. And another thing to remember is that even though this is a non-academic service, it's not, it's not curricular, but it's still related to their academics. It has been proven that mental health, strong mental health and having mental health services on campus leads to better student life and better student participation in classes. So if we can provide those services for them to have their basic needs met, then they will perform better academically.
That is our goal, and we feel that everyone deserves to have the chance to have a good education, and we need to think like a four-year college and take care of them and help them along. It's a full experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that side of student success that universities do generally exceeds or is more robust than what community colleges provide. And in part, that's one of the reasons why community colleges can offer education at half or a third of the cost of colleges and universities. However, students come to us with the same needs, whether they're going to a university or a community college. Hunger is a big issue. So we started a food pantry 3 or 4 years ago, and that's gone very well. Food insecurity. Title IX related to sexual misbehavior and that sort of thing is something that we spend a lot of time and a lot of resources on. But mental health, stress, anxiety, suicide prevention, these are things that we haven't done, and I'm delighted that we're on the road to providing them. So,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and that's really to your credit. We were fortunate to have a grant to pay for it. And so we're intending to kind of start small a little bit?
Yes. Yep. So we'll start small. Our long-term goal is to really be a community of care. Going off community is our middle name, so we'd like to really involve some external partners we have and the whole college as a whole, so that if a student goes up to any staff member, that staff member knows where they can get help, and no matter what it is, if it's food or mental health concerns, anything.
Did your responses indicate that the pandemic had kind of accelerated the anxieties of people?
Absolutely, that was significant. That was 3 of the questions that we asked were related to the pandemic and how it impacted them, and most of their responses had to do with how that impacted them as well, and how they felt isolated, stressed, anxious, frustrated, depressed. They were missing their friends, so that definitely had a significant impact on them.
Yeah, I think we see that just in town and the state, culturally, worldwide. A very challenging period for people. And the delivery of coursework is just challenging to our staff and our students. And the social distancing and all that's required to just get an education in, very difficult. So thank you. Any last thoughts? We have about 30 seconds.
Well, I'm just thankful for your support, and I'm looking forward to providing this for the students. We really wanted them to know that we're listening to their answers, and we'll be able to respond hopefully in a timely manner. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Amanda and Lisa, thank you both. I think you're doing a great job for the college and a great job for our students. And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.